Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something that's usually sort of behind the scenes, expert facility maintenance and commercial cleaning.
That's right.
We're using sources on MK-MainX and MetroClean as our kind of case study here.
Yeah.
And really, we're not just talking mops and buckets. It's about understanding how modern facility management can actually be, well, a business asset, not just a cost center.
Exactly. That's the mission for you, the listener. We want to pull apart what makes their service valuable. It's about grasping not just what they do, but the philosophy underneath.
Okay.
The focus on customization, efficiency, and ultimately making assets last longer. Done right. Maintenance isn't just upkeep. It's a competitive edge.
That's a really different way to look at it. And the sources, they set that tone right away.
Yeah.
MK-MainX bills itself as a nationwide partner.
Yeah,
and
right.
MetroClean seems like the specialized arm for like the deep cleaning, the green stuff, while MK-MainX handles the bigger structural maintenance.
Seems that way. But the core promise, regardless of the name on the van, it's consistent. Customized solutions, eco-friendly cleaning, all aimed at making your facility run better. Significantly better.
Okay, so let's get into that philosophy. How do they actually deliver on that promise?
Well, the first thing that jumps out is they don't really push standard packages. They talk a lot about bespoke maintenance solutions and tailored service plans.
Bespoke.
Yeah, and that word's important. It means they have to adapt. They can't just roll out the same plan for, say, a high-security lab versus a busy shop or a hospital. The needs are totally different.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate, or maybe the skeptical client here. Customized often just sounds expensive in the facility world, doesn't it?
That's a fair point.
Do the sources talk about how they balance that bespoke approach with, costs?
They do. It's framed around proactive optimization versus just reacting to problems and spending money then. The sources really emphasize the why behind this detailed planning. The argument's pretty straightforward. Regular, tailored maintenance keeps facilities running well for longer.
Right.
If you invest smartly up front, you avoid those huge unexpected repair bills later, things like major system failures. So it's kind of like an insurance policy disguised as a cleaning schedule.
So the slightly higher cost of planning is potentially offset by avoiding massive capital costs down the line. That makes sense.
Exactly. You're turning maintenance from an unpredictable cost hit into something you can actually budget for, an investment in the building's health.
Yeah, predictable spending.
And for businesses running 24/7, unpredictability is just toxic.
Absolutely.
So the sources really hammer home their commitment to flexible scheduling, making sure they cause minimal disruption. They advertise 24/7 responsiveness.
And is that just marketing speak?
Doesn't seem like it. It feels like it defines their actual setup, their infrastructure. They even list a specific identifier, ID, 2001-41853 for 24/7 emergency response. That's pretty specific.
That level of detail suggests it's core to their operation. So if you're managing a facility, what's the real takeaway from that 24/7 thing?
I think the insight is that they treat maintenance as direct risk mitigation, specifically against business interruption.
Okay.
They've clearly invested in being able to provide support anytime. Those detailed response protocols we see, that signals they're serious about fixing your problem now.
Right.
So the client knows their downtime risk is genuinely lower because that response is guaranteed.
That really changes the frame. Okay, so to deliver that kind of proactive, always-on service, you need a pretty solid set of tools and services.
Definitely.
Which brings us to what they actually offer. It looks like two main streams: specialized janitorial and then comprehensive building maintenance.
Yeah, the janitorial side, which seems linked mostly to the MetroClean brand, is where you see that immediate transformation, the clean image.
Right.
But it goes way beyond just standard commercial cleaning. You start with customized janitorial plans as the base, but then they get specialized very quickly. Look at the focus on surfaces.
I did notice that emphasis on expert floor care services. That feels like something most companies just roll into general cleaning. Why single it out?
Well, think about the business case. It's not just making the floor shiny for visitors, though that's part of it.
Okay.
The service includes specific cleaning, polishing, treatments, all designed to make the floor material itself last longer, be more durable.
Longevity.
Yeah. Why does that matter? Because floors, especially in high-traffic places like lobbies or shops, they're huge investments, millions sometimes.
True.
So proactive expert care can push back replacement by years. That's potentially massive savings for the client. It's asset protection, really, just done through cleaning.
Wow. Okay. that totally reframes it. It's not just cleaning, it's preserving equity.
Right.
And they combine that with health and environmental concerns through green cleaning programs.
Exactly. And this is where you see modern corporate values really mesh with operations. Green cleaning isn't just a nice to have anymore, it's often fundamental.
Right.
Using eco-friendly products, specialized methods, it creates a healthier indoor space. That affects staff well-being, air quality, how the company's perceived.
It helps meet sustainability targets too, I imagine.
Absolutely. While still delivering top-notch cleanliness.
Right.
For many companies and institutions today, that's just not negotiable.
Makes sense. And then, rounding out the janitorial side, there's efficient waste management. Just handling the logistics smoothly.
Yeah, minimizing hassle.
But if we shift gears now to the second lane under MK Main X, that moves into the hard technical stuff, comprehensive building maintenance.
Right. This is where they really step into the role of asset manager beyond just custodial work.
Okay.
These services cover the routine upkeep, general repairs, but still customized to the facility's own rhythm, which is crucial for minimizing downtime.
You mentioned general maintenance, which can mean almost anything. What specific technical services do the sources highlight?
It's broad, but they do get specific, focusing on systems critical for business continuity and just basic comfort.
Like what?
We see dedicated HVAC maintenance, which again isn't just about keeping the temperature right.
No.
It's about preventing breakdowns, managing energy costs, ensuring good air quality,
Right.
which, links directly to fewer sick days, better productivity.
Interesting connection.
We also see landscaping mentioned, broader building management solutions, and those really important facility safety inspections. The sources specifically mention this for the Massachusetts area.
Okay.
And then tying back to the responsiveness, those crucial emergency repair services.
Right. The swift response we talked about. Using advanced tools, getting things back online quickly. It's like the proactive and reactive working together.
Exactly. It shows they're anticipating potential failures and have a plan ready. They're not just waiting for you to call in a panic. They're providing that structural support throughout the building's life.
Okay, so we have this really detailed service stack. Now, how does that connect to the market? They position themselves as a nationwide partner, which sounds huge.
It does.
But looking at the sources, where's the real operational focus right now?
Well, the geographic clues point strongly towards a deep regional base first. Despite the national ambition, the sources are really heavy on comprehensive cleaning solutions, specifically in Massachusetts, especially the greater Boston area.
Really?
Yeah, you see terms like Boston Janitorial Services, Office Cleaning Boston, Commercial Cleaning Linfield popping up repeatedly. They even list a physical address, 230 Broadway, Suite 205 in Linfield, Massachusetts.
So it looks like a strategy of really mastering operations in a key hub, Boston, before maybe scaling that model out wider.
That seems likely. A quality first, scale second approach. Leveraging that deep local presence in Massachusetts lets them actually deliver on the responsiveness they promise.
Right, that physical base makes the 24/7 promise credible.
Absolutely. And that strong base lets them handle a really diverse range of industries, too.
Yeah, the flexibility needed must be pretty significant. Which industries really stand out in the sources?
They seem to cover a lot of ground. The sources mention corporate offices, your typical office cleaning Boston client, but also highly sensitive places like healthcare facilities and schools, which have really strict rules and safety needs.
The difference there.
Yeah. And they also manage maintenance for retail spaces, other property management clients. I mean, if you can successfully tailor plans for a clean room, a public school, and a corporate HQ, your operational model has to be genuinely flexible.
Okay, that range is impressive. Which brings us to the results, the proof. We've got the philosophy, the services, but does it work for clients?
It's like it.
We see several testimonials. Sarah Mitchell, Ethan Caldwell, Daniel Hayes, Lucas Bennett, they're all positive. But let's look past the nice words. What are the common threads in what clients are actually saying?
Well, the themes that keep coming up, they really echo that original value proposition. Clients consistently mention reliability and professionalism. And that's the foundation, the trust.
Okay.
But maybe more tellingly, they highlight attention to detail and that quick response time. Those are the things that stop small problems from blowing up into big ones.
And the result they describe sounds like a genuine transformation. Clients talk about their workspace becoming a pristine, efficient environment.
Right.
It's not just tidying up, it's actually changing the feel and function of the place. Lucas Bennett specifically said the quick response boosted both efficiency and appearance.
And the comment from Ethan Caldwell is really telling, I think. He said the services were Instrumental in maintaining our facilities operations seamlessly.
Seamlessly.
Yeah, that word is key. It means the facility management is working so well, the client almost doesn't notice it,
Mm-hmm.
which frees them up to just focus on their main business.
So the service isn't just a line item, it's enabling their core operations. That's way more valuable than just a low hourly rate for cleaning.
Absolutely. It becomes a guarantor of business continuity.
So wrapping this up, what have we learned? It seems like modern expert facility maintenance is, well, it's a pretty complex strategic field.
It really is.
It's blending that specialized janitorial side, the green cleaning, preserving floors with the sophisticated systems upkeep like HVAC and emergency repairs.
And the goal connecting those two isn't just about, saving money on cleaning supplies. It's about hitting a critical business target, optimizing the total operational efficiency
Yeah.
and getting the absolute maximum life out of your physical assets.
Right.
By pushing for that bespoke, high-level service, they effectively turn a maintenance contract into a strategy for long-term financial health for the client.
So the final takeaway for you listening is maybe rethinking facility management. Moving it away from being just a cost you try to minimize
Yeah.
to seeing it as a critical proactive tool. It boosts efficiency, protects your capital investments long term, and it sends a clear message about professionalism and care to everyone, employees, clients who walks through your door. It actually helps define your brand.
Which raises, I think, an interesting final thought for you to consider. Given all this emphasis we've seen on customization, efficiency, and even image, how could a facility use those very specialized services, things like the green cleaning programs or that expert floor care, not just passively for upkeep, but as a deliberate, visible part of its brand identity? Is choosing eco-friendly products just a maintenance decision? Or could it be a conscious statement about the company's values, its commitment to staff well-being, and the environment, something to actively promote?
That's a fascinating question, connecting the nitty-gritty of maintenance right back to the big picture of corporate identity and values. A great point to end on. Thanks for digging into these sources with us today.